friends, welcome to your own YouTube channel Achievers Data Engineering. My name is Gyanendra and in this video of Power BI tips and tricks, we are going to talk about how can we display a custom message like you can see on the screen, right? So think of a situation you have prepared a report and there are a couple of slicers available in the report and in a particular combination of slicers, there is no data to display. Now, at that point of time, your end user might, get confused or he might think like there is no data or is it like connection issue or what is happening, why it is not showing any data, right? To avoid that confusion, to avoid that situation, we can come up with a text message that will be displayed only in a situation when there is no data to display in the Power BI report, right? So how can we do that? How can we achieve that in the Power BI without without disturbing the existing report view and considering the layers of each visualization in the report? So how to do that? Let's get started. All right, guys. So now I'm on a sample Power BI report that I have prepared for showing this custom message video, right? So as you can see here on the top, I have a year slicer, so I can slice this entire data using this year slicer. Now on top, these cards are showing total sales this year, total orders, and total sales last year. Now, if you notice that when I'm, changing the years on the top, everything is changed. So as discussed, the requirement in this video, for example, if I'm selecting a scenario where there is no data available to display, right? So as you can see, these cards are showing zero. So obviously, if there is no sales, it will show zero. So considering a situation there is nothing to display in the chart, if it will be blank, then it will be kind of weird for the end user if he is not technical or if he is not aware of the fact that there was no sales done in 2017, right? So that's why I have enabled a custom message over here that says there are no sales in the selected period. Please extend your search criteria. Now, one thing that you can also notice, if I am clicking on this particular message, it's not a clickable object, right? So because I'm in a desktop application, so this chart is being getting selected. But if I'll go ahead and publish this, report onto the portal, then even this won't get highlighted, right? So that's a common behavior of Power BI, right? But the fact is that this object, this particular text message is not clickable, it's not changeable. I cannot move it here and there, right? In a current scenario. So how can we set up like this so that whenever there is a situation when there is no data, a message will come, and whenever someone will change the slicers, which will have some data to display, that message will go away, right? So let's see actually how can we do this in Power BI. Right, guys. So now to display that and to show an example of how to create and set up the text message, I have already created a duplicate of the existing tab that I was just showing a couple of seconds back. Now you can see here data is available for almost all of the years except 2017. And now at this point of time, there is nothing to display, like no charts are available, and there is no text message or there is no custom message that so that I can see why it is not showing any data, right? So how can we do that? So one thing you would have noticed, or that's a common thing, when I was showing this chart, when I have prepared this chart, I am actually using this total sales by month, and I'm showing this total sales using this particular measure. So if I go ahead and display this measure to you, it's nothing but it is calculating sales amount, right? So nothing complicated. So you can definitely, think of a situation you are working on a report, you have a measure where you are showing no total sales or maybe anything depending upon on which report you're working. Okay. So now what I have done, I have actually created one more measure and I have said if the measure that I have created earlier is less than or equal to zero, right? So means there is no sales, then say there are no sales in the selected period, like whatever text message that you want to write, else it should be blank, right? Now, what I can do, I'll go ahead and take a card into the view and I'll select this message. All right, so let me just minimize them to make some more space. Okay. All right. So now at this point of time, you can see I have said I have like put a condition in this measure that if total sales is less than or equal to zero, only then this text message would be available, else it would be replaced with a blank, right? So simple, nothing complicated. So now you can see here this 2017 is selected and that's why this message is visible over here at this point of time. If I go ahead and select something else, then obviously this message will go away. So I haven't set up the layer order, so that's why you can notice that this text box or this card is kind of over this particular chart and it is not allowing us to see the chart in behind of it, right? To set up it properly, what we can do, it's super easy again. First of all, let me reduce the font size. I'll go ahead and going to make it, let's make it 12, make it Arial, and category label, we can turn it off. And yeah, I don't want bold. Oops. Yep, this will work. Now, what I can do, I can go into the format and send it to back. So depending upon how many layers you want to maintain at this point of time, I can just go ahead and click on send it back. So now this particular chart will go onto the back, right? Now, one more thing that you need to do, select this particular chart again. Now, uh, whatever the column chart that I have prepared, make sure you go into general and effects and make it as 100% transparent, right? So if it is not transparent, then you would notice that that message is not displayed, but make sure it is 100% transparent. So now what we have done, we have actually sent that message card that we prepared into the back of this column chart, and we have made this column chart as 100% transparent, right? So now whenever we will click on a particular year when there is a data, then it will show data and that particular message card would be replaced with a blank value. So it won't display anything. It would be just a blank value, and because it is onto the back of this particular chart, so whenever we will hover over mouse, tooltip will not be displayed for this particular message card, and user won't realize there's something behind that. And in a situation when there is nothing to display, a column chart will not show any value, and because it is transparent, a message which is written in the behind of that particular column chart will be displayed into the report. All right, so I hope it makes sense, and it was super easy for you too as well. If you have any questions, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to answer that. And if you notice that I have created an arrow which is getting updated like based on the value I'm selecting, right? So how to prepare that and how can you achieve in the Power BI? I have a separate video for that. I'll mention the links in the comment. You can go ahead and watch that video as well. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep learning. Have a great day.